Why does culture matter? Did you know that the word culture came from a French word derived from a Latin term colere, which means to cultivate and to nurture? That's why culture is our way of life. It includes our values, beliefs, customs, traditions, language, and and all these things that we've cultivated through the years. This is reflected in our history, in our heritage, in our legacy, in how we express our thoughts, our imaginations, our ideas, and creativity. And culture matters because with culture, we develop a sense of belonging and personal and cognitive growth and the ability to empathize and to relate to one another. How important is culture in creating ideas? Think about these very famous creative people. Take Hayao Miyazaki, the Japanese animator, screenwriter, director, manga artist, and co-founder of Studio Ghibli. When he was younger, he was very curious about the Japanese bathhouses. It served like a place of mystery for him. So he started creating stories about these bathhouses, and that led him to the setting of his very famous animated film Spirited Away. It's one of my favorites in Studio Ghibli. And then take Pablo Picasso. Who doesn't know the Spanish famous painter, right? Sculptor and theater designer. But what people don't really know is that Pablo Picasso one time visited an ethnographic museum in Trocadero in Paris, and there he saw African art. And that inspired him to create many of his iconic paintings. Or, for example, I'm sure you know this, Oliver Mukherjee, the Zimbabwean legendary artist. His singing was inspired by his parents' choir performances, and then his singing was influenced by what his country was going through. So it became an expression of what they were feeling, how they were giving messages to his countrymen, and all of that. And he became a very relevant artist because of that. And then later on, his singing and his songs were inspired by the losses in his life when he lost his son to a car accident. So all of this was inspired all the songs he has written. These are examples of film, of art, of music, and culture has totally triggered, inspired creativity. Culture influences creativity. Yes, we are products of cultural influences. That's why sometimes perhaps we carry a certain kind of bias. So Thomas Walbers, a professor of aging and cognition, once said that this bias is perhaps towards applying our creativity in domains that continue to affirm what our culture deems as important. So let me share with you two examples today. Both detergent brands, but from two different cultures. So the first one is P&G, Ariel, and the second one is Breeze from Unilever. But see, P&G Ariel from India has a different take based on their culture. So somehow there was an insight that was unearthed, and based on data, that 87% of Indian men believe that laundry is a woman's job. And this pointed to the inequality embedded culturally in each and every Indian home, where women can be equal contributors to the family income, but the burden of household chores still lies on their shoulders. With this insight, Ariel decided to stand up for women's equality at home with #ShareALoad.
नाना ये देखो शील्ड लेग हेलमेट
होमवर्क हो गया?
मम्मी ये देखो
फिर दाग लगा दिया। पापा ये लीजिए आपके घर जाने की टिकट। हेलो या आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू सेंड यू द ईमेल इन 5 मिनट्स। या गिव मी 5 मिनट्स, आई एम वर्किंग ऑन द प्रेजेंट।
मेरी छोटी सी गुड़िया कितनी बड़ी हो गई, घर घर खेलती थी, अब घर संभालती है, ऑफिस संभालती है। आई एम सो प्राउड एंड आई एम सो सॉरी कि ये सब तुम्हें अकेले करना पड़ता है। सॉरी कि जब तुम घर घर खेलती थी तो मैंने तुम्हें रोका नहीं। ये नहीं कहा कि ये सिर्फ तुम्हारा काम नहीं है, तुम्हारे हस्बैंड का भी है। पर कहता भी कैसे है।
और मेरी ग्रीन शर्ट धो देना।
मैंने भी तो कभी तुम्हारी मम्मी की हेल्प नहीं की, और तुमने जो देखा वही सीखा। तुम्हारे हस्बैंड ने भी बचपन में यही देखा होगा। घर घर खेलते वक्त वो टीवी देखने की या न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने की एक्टिंग करता होगा, और तुम जैसी कोई छोटी सी लड़की चाय बनाने की एक्टिंग करती होगी। उसके डैड की तरफ से सॉरी, तुम्हारे डैड की तरफ से सॉरी, और हर उस डैड की तरफ से सॉरी जिसने कई कई सालों से एक गलत एग्जाम्पल सेट किया है। पर अभी भी देर नहीं हुई। इस सॉरी के साथ मैं अपनी तरफ से एक छोटी सी कोशिश करूंगा कि घर के काम में मम्मी की हेल्प करूं। किचन का किंग ना बन पाऊं तो कम से कम लॉन्ड्री में तो हाथ बटाऊं। इतने साल एक गलत एग्जाम्पल सेट किया है, अब कुछ सही कर जाऊं। तुम्हारा पापा।
Now let's go to the Philippines. The brand is Breeze. It's almost in the rest of the world. And the promise, dirt is good. Now, in the Philippines, definitely moms won't buy that. Dirt is definitely not good. It reflects back to bad mothering. If their children are dirty, the mother is not taking care of their children. So, while in the world, it's all about moms letting them go out in the world and, discover and play and do activities, and it's okay to be dirty, that is a no-no in the Philippines, in the Philippine market. So the ask from the client then was, make Filipino moms embrace the idea that dirt can be good with Breeze. So where do we start? I was the writer then, and so I was saying the Philippines is Catholic country. It's the only one in Asia. So when you speak of goodness, it's about the goodness of the heart. So what can we do that will create this kind of idea that moms, from looking at dirt as a no-no, to moms looking at dirt as a badge of goodness? So we thought of the social experiment, which is the good experiment. Why don't we look at children and give them situations where the goodness of their heart will come out, regardless if they will dirty their shirts. And when the moms realize this, they would love their children, however dirty they are. And suddenly, it has changed the mindset, and it became from a number 4 brand to a number 2.
Michelle, bakit ba tayo mga magulang napaka-mitikuloso natin pagdating sa kalinisan sa ating anak?
Para siyang kultura na natin na nakagisnan, na ang sukatan ng pagiging mabuting nanay, dapat malinis yung anak.
Oh my goodness. Tawa ka pa. Eh, alam mo naman, pag dumi, ayaw ni Mami, di ba?
Bakit ka dumi? Ayan. Ikaw maglaban niya na.
Oh my God.
Can I help you? May bakit po?
Ano kaya ang sasabihin ng mami mo?
Alam ko po magagalit siya, pero maging honest na lang po ako sa kanya.
Yung mga tinuturo namin sa Na-apply niya talaga. Talagang yung heart niya. Nakita ko, ang galing pala ng ano ko. Okay naman pala ako, mami. Lagi ko rin kasi pong dinalaw niya yung sarili ko.
Hindi ko ina-expect na gano'n yung... Kasi nakita ko siya, akala ko makulit, akala ko naglaro. Tapos kaya pala gano'n.
So culture gives birth to uniqueness and originality. It sets the mood and tone, it digs rich insights, it provides the right solutions for your brands of different cultures. Dentsu's culture-driven creativity. Working all over Dentsu offices and meeting all great friends, exposed me to these amazing cultures that breathes life to all kinds of creativity. So for example, in Dentsu, Japan, they showed me their love for tuna and that inspired the innovative art of TunaScope.
An AI successor to Japan's long legacy of tuna inspection. The key was in the fish's tail. In markets in Japan, skilled artisans had been responsible for the inspection of tuna quality. However, the number of these artisans is decreasing, and their skill is said to take at least 10 years of training to attain. We have taken a vast number of photos of crosscuts of tuna tails. The AI had mastered the unexplainable nuances of artisans' skills through deep learning. We have expanded the use of this AI from Japan to the world. Japan's skillful inspection has become available everywhere. The project has been adopted as a subsidiary business by the Fisheries Agency of Japan. Quality certified tuna by AI has begun its distribution worldwide. This AI would shift the industry's emphasis from quantity to quality and has the potential to protect the ocean's precious resources. TunaScope.
How about our US office 360i? They show this very touching story of gender acceptance in this Oreo spot.
Here.
Look at you.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby.
Mom, this is Amy.
Oh, it's so nice, Amy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, I'm Amy.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, yes, please.
Homemade jam. It's really challenging to be
Oh my goodness.
Nice to see you.
Totally. Oh my god. Oh my god. You just wanted my help, I know.
All over your face.
You're the cutest little enough.
Here you go. Happy birthday.
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Night. Night.
good night.
John. Is that your dad? What is he doing? Dad.
Did I do it right? I love you.
You have Taproot Tensu in India. They showed women empowerment in the spirit of Diwali by providing jobs during these uncertain times.
फिर भी हम सब उनको दीदी कहते हैं। जानते हो क्यों? क्योंकि जब सारी दुनिया लोगों को नौकरी से निकाल रही थी तो उन्होंने हमको नौकरी दी। दुकान में इतने बंदों की जरूरत नहीं थी, फिर भी उन्होंने हमको काम दिया। यहाँ तक कि हमारा पेट भरने के लिए उन्होंने अपनी गड्डी भी बेच दी। सिर्फ एक बड़ी बहन ही आपको इतनी हिम्मत और हौसला दे सकती है। आप सब भी यहाँ पर आइए, उन्हें हिम्मत दीजिए और उनका हौसला बढ़ाइए। पूजा मिल्क सेंटर, याद रखना।
दीदी, सच में छोटी पैगी दुकान।
मैं चल दिया, मैं बढ़ दिया, कुछ कर दिया, चल दिया।
दिल खोल के तो देखो, दुनिया खुल जाएगी। Facebook.
Isobar White Space in Scotland showed how kids tell their stories about their very own homeland in little adventures.
Rainbows will follow us and fill everything with color. And we'll find the best place for a family photo. Over there! And these little adventures will happen one day soon. Only in Scotland.
Isobar Denmark helped their country's most loved tourist attraction come alive and become a digital pioneer in this digital transformation work for Tivoli Gardens. Firstborn's activation for Adidas, hidden in plain sight, worked with people's buying behavior every single time the latest in sports shoes come out. They go crazy. Discovering culture. How can one discover the cultural strength of a nation and harness this creativity to connect with consumers? Well, Mahatma Gandhi once said, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. So use your creative senses." So first, have the eyes for the right talent, the beauty of local designs. Number 2, have the ears for the rhythm, the blends, the mixes, the all kinds of sound, the beauty of language. Number 3, have the nose to sniff for opportunities. What brand can own this? What project can develop this? What innovation can solve your nation's problems? And number 4, be in touch with trends, what's new, what people are talking about, and this will update your cultural IQ. To end, there's a saying that goes, "We are the shapers of our culture, we are the workers for change, we are the dreamers of dreams." I love that because being a creative, we should never ever forget the fact that our real power comes from our culture. Thank you.